Got ourselves a snowstorm, boys. Accumulations of up to 8 inches. Check out this cold front.
Are you able to get out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That'd be good.
I guess we're not open for
Hey, Pop.
Come on, get in there.
The things I do for YouTube. Alright, so there's probably about like 5 inches of snow on the ground right now, and I'm going out in a storm. And we're gonna make a POV drive of it. Hopefully this turns out and I don't get stuck. Hopefully my Maxton splitter up front serves as a shovel, something of some sort, like a plow of some sort, and just move snow out of the way. We're on H&R Springs right now. So this is a review of H&R Springs in the snow. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna mount up the GoPro up here. I'm gonna plug in my microphone so you guys can hear me, and you guys will pretty much just be watching what I see, which is great. So we're gonna take a little bit different approach because I do have to focus on the road a lot. I can talk, but I shouldn't be looking away, especially in this kind of weather. So we wanna be as safe as possible today. Hopefully these tires are as good as they were during the smaller stores. I can't say snowstorm. During the smallest snowstorm, apparently there's like this front that's hitting this other front, and we're getting like a big hurricane blizzard thing. I'm no meteorologist, even though Russell from Medic Magic thinks I'm a meteorologist apparently, but I'm not. So hopefully this turns out okay. Hopefully I don't get stuck because all I have is a little foam thing. I didn't even bring a shovel. I hope this works out for me. So let's move up top. All right, boys, so here we go. Let me turn on the heated seats here. We're gonna turn off the fan so that way we're not listening to that junk, because we don't need that. And we're gonna try to get out of the driveway with 4 inches of snow in front of us. All right, we got out, boys. We got out. We're driving in about 4 inches of snow. It is froggy out, buddy. You can't see jack anything. So we're gonna try to keep the RPMs low, try to keep the car moving, so that way we're not stuck anywhere. And we're gonna try to keep driving here. So last night I was in a chat with Medic Magic, listening to him ramble. It's pretty funny. The guy thought I was a meteorologist, man. I have nothing that says that I'm a meteorologist, but whatever works. Ooh, we got some. We have any sliding going on here? All right, so I'm gonna try to hit a main road, get out of these back roads for a little while. I can't really see much out the front window, which is no good for me right now. It seems to be a little fogged up. So I'm gonna try to put the heater on it, but I do think that the reason why I can't see is because the weather's just so bad. We have blizzard warnings. Chances are there's probably also a stay-at-home warning, which I am obviously not listening to right now, which could possibly be no good. Have about 4 inches of snow on the ground so far. We're supposed to get about a foot. I'm not sure how Mr. Russell didn't know that this was going on, but I don't even know which street I'm in right now. This is bad. I can't recognize anything. It all just looks like white. So we're driving in pretty bad snow right now, guys, in the GTI. Trying to keep it pretty much in first gear for the most part. Maybe second every so often. But definitely need to keep the RPMs low so that way we don't have any slippage going on. Seem to be driving okay. I'm doing about 15 on this local road here. Trying obviously not to pump the brakes or anything like that. Oh, we got a car coming. This is where it gets tricky. This is where it really gets tricky. go. He let me pass because he's in a nice little 4-wheel drive car, and I am not at all. Trying to keep the RPMs low again. I am actually very happy that I decided to switch out of the stock GTI Continentals that came on the car. I think they were Continentals. I can't really remember, but I'm glad I got rid of those because I drove the Jetta the other day on those tires, and it was actually no good at all. It was slipping everywhere, and all right, so we're gonna try to get through a nice little pile of snow here. Hopefully I don't get stuck because I'm gonna have to come to a stop. I'm trying to keep it so that I'm always moving, but you're not always gonna have that. All right, so now we're in snow right now, guys. Hopefully it is powdery enough that I could just get up this hill no problem. Actually, I have to make a left out of here. This is a much busier road over here. I'm not going to say the name of the street, but you guys can probably tell from the picture. There seem to be a few people out and about, guys. Mainly, you know, I guess probably people that don't have the luxury of not being able to go to work today. I think even my job is open right now, but it just so happens to be a day that it's my day off. And I think when you're driving in the snow, guys, the biggest thing is that initial launch, because if you slip on that, then chances are you're going to be slipping for a little while here. Now I feel the tail coming out a little bit, but also, guys, we're in complete maybe about 4 inches of snow right now. This is definitely dangerous driving. If you don't have to be out, then try not to be out, because you know, you could get stuck and all this other stuff. And it doesn't matter if you have a 2-wheel drive car, or a rear-wheel drive car, or front-wheel drive car, or an all-wheel drive car, whatever it is. You always want to make sure that you're safe in the snow, because the darndest things can happen. You know, you might look and there's a solid sheet of snow, but right underneath there's a sheet of ice, and you'd be slipping everywhere. So you definitely want to be safe. Definitely want to follow tracks. If you have a car that's smaller, then you definitely want to follow the tracks of a bigger car. It'll just make it a lot easier. I think this Maxton splitter is definitely helping me out. I'm doing about 17 in this snow right now. I don't see too much slippage. Right there, it does seem like there's a little bit more than usual. There's a hill that's coming up soon here. Alright, so I want to follow the tracks of this plow here. One of the most important things when driving in the snow and driving slippery surfaces is knowing how to counter steer when you have to. Because if you pretty much start slipping out, it's kind of like, I guess, drifting. Even though I don't drift, you know, kind of somewhat understand the concept. I need to get up this hill pretty fast here, and there's this Mazda in front of me, and hopefully he doesn't get stuck, so I don't get stuck in this hill, because that would be pretty darn terrible. Ooh, there's this old Evo passing by me, zooming, because he's got that crazy all-wheel drive system. Now here's the thing, guys, if you can have an all-wheel drive system. Like my co-worker has an Audi S5, and she has a all-wheel drive system in her, the Haldex all-wheel drive, obviously, and she has summer tires in that darn S5. That's not gonna help you get anywhere in life, my friend. You're not gonna get anywhere in those tires, because, well, you have no traction. Now let's do a little drift-a-doo over here, guys. steer. There we go. That was a perfect drift. It's actually, like I said, it's very important because there's situations like those where that could have happened without me really realizing it, but because I know how to counter steer, I was able to, you know, kind of compensate for it and bring the car back to where it needed to be. So I'm gonna head back home now. I actually have to clean up the driveway. I just wanted to do a quick video, a little POV drive in the snow for you, because it's important to see what this car can do. And it's not always just a car, it's mainly really the driver and what you can do when you start to slip, because you always have to, you know, worry about really the worst. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like down below and subscribe for some more great content that I bring to you guys. So these are the types of things I do for content here on YouTube. So if you guys want to see more GTI videos and you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button and that little bell, because that little bell is important. The YouTube algorithm is killing me right now. So let's get the channel growing, guys. Let's share it with your friends, anyone else you know that might be interested in this content. All right, guys, so I know that was a slightly different kind of video. I really just wanted to go out, film a video, get some shots of me in the snow, some tips and tricks, things like that, and how the lower car actually performs in the snow. My front splitter's probably around like 2 inches, 3 inches off the floor at most, probably about 2.5. I did okay in the snow. One, I have decent tires, decent all seasons. It would be much better if I had, obviously, snow tires, but my car wasn't swaying too much, and when it was swaying, I know how to compensate by using a counter steer technique. If you guys want to hear more about that technique, more about it, you know, just hit me up. We'll talk a little bit about it. Obviously, I have to learn things like that if I ever want to get into drifting, and that's definitely something I want to bring to the channel. I'm not sure of at what point, but definitely close to next year. So thank you very much for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Peace out.